Good morning to all dignitaries. Today, I present my tentative sketch on the research topic, a critical analysis of fundamental duties in achieving the ideals of preamble of the Constitution of India. The first thing about this fundamental duty are were added by 42nd Amendment of the Constitution in 1976. And these are the moral obligation of all citizens to help promote a spirit of patriotism and to uphold the unity of our country. And these are the basic norms which a citizen should adhere to voluntarily, as he owes the same to the society and nation. And these are values which should be implemented in daily lives of citizens. Such duties are generally not found in the constitution based on Western liberal tradition. They are invariably found in non-socialist constitutions. Reference to duties, however, find place even in the international instrument such as Universal Declaration of Human Rights and International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. The Constitution and its scheme envisage a responsible citizen. In that sense, the fundamental duty perform educative role, and they also have legal value in the sense that any laws which implement fundamental rights, duties in one citizen implies a rights in other citizen. It may be said that the duties are not self-executing, but state must make laws for their proper implementation. And in today's era, when man has forgotten about his duties and he just need rights, failing to understand that the duties secure rights, the important aspect of the fundamental duties which were somehow overlooked by framers of Indian Constitution and later on added by 42nd Amendment need more significant order to fulfill fulfill the most cherished principles of the preamble. And therefore I have chosen this topic, my research topic, which is entitled as a critical analysis of fundamental duties in achieving the ideals of preamble of the Indian Constitution. Then the significance of that study is just as the directive principle of state policy laid down guidelines for the various governments. Similarly, the fundamental duties are calculated to draw the attention of the citizen towards the duties they owe to the nations and to one another. But the Indian Constitution does not provide the guidelines for the enforcement of the duties. And there is no provision in the Constitution for direct enforcement of any of the above duties. Neither has there a provision in the Constitution for any sanction to prevent the violation of duties, nor any to enforce the fundamental duties by issuing a writs. Then objective of that study is object behind the research in the study of fundamental duties is that to analyze why the framers of the Constitution did not deem it appropriate to incorporate those duties in the text of the Constitution when it was originally promulgated. To identify that no democratic polity can ever succeed where the citizens are concerned only about their rights and are not willing to be active participants in the process of governance. By assuming the responsibilities, discharging citizenship duties, and coming forward to give their best to the country. And to explain the directive principle which provide the framework of welfare state to be realized in practice in India. To recognize the role of directive principle in promotion of universalization of education. Also to describe the directive principle aims to establish economic and social democracy. Then to explain the role of government at different levels in implementing these principles, to analyze the implication of fundamental duties and how far it effective. Then, regarding the research methodology, I will rely on primary sources as well as secondary sources for data collection. For primary source, the researcher will rely on various amendments of the Indian Constitution, case laws and statutes, etc. For secondary source, and researcher researcher um, rely on the various books available for proper research of the problem, encyclopedias, articles, dictionaries, journals, magazines, etc. And researcher tends to adopt a combination of researchers tends to adopt purely doctrinal research, and for more accurate formulation, researcher is lying stress on table desk method. Then my hypothesis is fundamental duties, if enforced is a proper manner, it can bring a revolutionary change in the Indian democracy. Everyone has duties towards the nation and the fellow citizens, and fulfill them in a proper manner can help in achieving the desire of welfare state. Rights and duties are correlated terms, and fundamental duties give a right to the citizen. Then legislative measures lack in enforcing fundamental duties. So, in concluding, in the way of conclusion, it must be said that in a vast country like India, made of the people of the different races, caste, religions, languages, communities, etc., the need for maintaining the national unity integrity is of a primary importance. And in this context, that the fundamental duties of citizen, and popularly the duty to uphold the protect the sovereignty, unity, integrity of our country. And it reminds the citizen that the rights cannot exist without duties. Thank you so much. And in this way, I sketch my research topic.